All right. Good evening, everyone. Good afternoon. Good evening, depending on where you're joining from. All right. Let me see at the comment section if you can hear me clearly now. All right. Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. It's such a great delight and pleasure to be here again. All right, let me first apologize for coming in a little bit late. I think I had a little issue with my network, so we've been trying to sort it. So until I had to restart my system, there's so many things has been packed on that PC already, and then the system is already giving me some little feedback. So, but then we're here now, and then we're good to go. All right. Yes, loud, loud and clear. As usual, always looking good. Thank you, Agbafa Jan Toby. All right, all right, good, 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 good. All right. Oh, good to see you. So let me ask, how was our break? Yes, for those of us that let me look for some people here that I'm going to ask, where is my salamit? Yes, I see cool. Oh, Grace. No, Grace. It can't be Grace. I'm looking for some persons here, right? And I'm sure. Can you hear? If you cannot hear, I think you should check your network. I think you should check your network. Yes, Murita Oladipupo. What do you have for us? Do you still have some meat for us? Where are my Muslim friends on this call? All of them are now in hibernation now because they know I'm looking out for them. So they don't want to put out their name. Okay, 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 okay. Na so we no see meat, right? Na so dem be o. And small time now, dem go say make we come do hot akara for you. Na you go chop hot akara. Olopele Moses, na you go chop hot akara. AY Prime, you on your own. Aziz Ibrahim, yes, now I finally catch you. Yes, oya now, what do you have for us? Yes, 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 Olajuwon. Oh, confirm. Don't mind me. Break was good. Right? How many of us feel like not returning or not coming to class today and then you're still enjoying the euphoria of the break? How many of us feel like that? Well, thank you, Mami Do Christiana. Oh, really? Well, I'm going to be the last facilitator, and then it's the last week of the class. Next week, let me announce to you because you are in my class and then you have the first hand information. Next week is exam. Amen. Somebody rejoice. Come on. Next week is exam. And then, yes. So before the end of this week, you're going to have your project work, and then you're also going to be getting an invitation for those that will be part of the hackathon, and then there are criteria, of course, to be part of it anyway. So you will get that. So, but then next week is exam. I say it again. If you have missed the first test, you have missed the second test, you have missed the what's it called now? The mastery series quiz. Please do not miss the exam. If you have any issues as regarding your elements, we are doing all our best. So we realize that most people reaching out for LMS issues are the one causing these issues. Some people are not registered at all, but they are the ones sending messages on the chat that they have not gotten. So if you are not registered with us, you might not get invitation to the LMS. So the LMS is not just, we are not sharing it just like a Christmas chicken, okay? We are only sharing it for people who are registered participants in our database, okay? So that is why those are the people that are getting the LMS invitations only. All right. Yes, exam is next week again, in case you didn't hear that when I first mentioned it. Now you are hearing again. All right, so today, I can already see at the comment section that some of us have not been able to access the database I shared with us. Well, um, I really don't know why you are not able to, because even after that day, I have been able to myself to use it again and again. So let me say this, you might need to be sure that you are in a very strong internet environment. That is another criteria for you to be able to assess that, right? Mr. Femi, can you use some minute to recap on our last class? I made the concept of joy. Okay, Mr. Femi, they are talking to you so that you can do that for them quickly. All right. All right. Which day next week? You will get a proper memo about that. Scott Captains share the video clip of the last class across all Scots. So you guys downloaded the video, you're not watching on YouTube. Okay. All right, so let's go quickly to what we have to do tonight so that we don't get too distracted. All right, so I want to do something very quickly. I am going to create a new report just so I can have that data alone that we have in the from the what's it called now, from the database. So let me share my screen. So in case you were not able to the last time, here is another wonderful opportunity for you to follow. But at this time around, I will just continue to carry out my steps. I'm not going to explain anything because I believe I have explained a great deal about this already. So all I need to just do is for us to discuss the concept of modeling and relationship. All right. So that we can what? Give me a project to work on to have one of DSA best. Oh, okay. Is it what you're talking about? Okay. Oh, to have DSA shirt. Okay. Well, we'll think about it. So I also want a project to have a DSA vest. Okay. Okay. I rep DSA. Okay. Yeah. So let's go. I believe you can see my screen now. Please, can you help me put up my screen so that I can share with my people? Um, just a moment. So the database. Just a moment, guys. All right, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. So I had to check my screen so that I can pick the few things I want to use for this presentation. Last class is not on YouTube. That's not true. All right, now I can see. All right, now I believe you can see my screen now. Okay, so let's go. I'll select actor, country, director. For those of us that say you are not able to access the database, this is what I just did again. So be sure you are in a good environment where your internet is well lit and connected. All right. If you are able to, you should be able to do what I'm doing because I've just connected again now. All right. So I have actor, country director, film, genre, which other thing, language. Do I need role? And then studio. All right. So because of my time, let me just go straight up and then load all this data. So I said earlier that I had to create a new, what's it called now? Presentation template, a new work. So I have to now that is why is loading, is loading, is loading. So once it's up, I will continue to discuss. And I remember we started the discussion around modeling and relationship at the last class. All right. Okay, good, fantastic. All loaded now. So if you look at this place now, I have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. I have about eight tables here. So every one of us should at least have at least you should have 7 to 8 tables. So if you need more tables from that database, all you need to do is just come back to your what get data and pick your source again, then dial in into that what data source and then pick extract. Don't forget your major relationship between, can somebody tell me on this call again the difference between your import and what's the second one now? Um, there are two things now that when you do when you want to get a direct, yes, direct access. So what is the difference between the two? I said that at the last class. Can somebody respond to that at the comment section? So Ugudogo Jesuome. So I feel you should direct query. Yes. Yes, thank you. So what can somebody tell me the difference between the import and direct query now? If you are not able to check your network or probably try after some time, you should be able to have access to it. Hmm. Olajide Jimoh said premise and cloud. Okay. Direct is from the cloud. Okay. That's Steven Ajibola. Premise and cloud. Okay. Direct query is in the cloud. Premise and cloud. Okay. All right, so I feel quite a number of us understand the difference. So when you're talking about import, it's saying you are extracting the data from the cloud, and then you want to bring it to the premise, that is to your immediate environment, which is your BI environment. That is your import. All right. Yes, AB Valentine. All right. But when you are saying you want to access it direct query, you are saying that let the data remain in the cloud. However, you want to do all the analysis you want to do from there. Although, like I mentioned to us, that also there are different pros and cons attached to those or to the two situation. So these are some of the questions that you will be tested with, particularly when you have to write the exam. So when you are using a direct query, you will not be able to transform the data. You will not be able to perform your basic data cleaning and all of that. It will assume, in fact, you cannot even see the table. You are just communicating to the table directly in the cloud. That's the only thing you are doing. All right. So let's go now. Now that we have the table, I have also told us a few things about the report view. This is where you have your canvas where you bring up our report. We are going to be making use of this tonight, at least in the remaining days of this class. From this, we are going to be building some reports from tonight, do some, so we are combining three things together this week: modeling and relationship, which we are going to do tonight. Then we enter a bit of DAX, so which we more major more on next class, and then we enter visualization. We are going to also do a part of it tonight also, then a part of that tonight also. Then finally, on our last class, we should be able to probably, if we have the time, do a walkthrough of a particular project and then do it from start to finish if we have the time. If we have the time. All right. So please, if you are requesting for the server details, ask people in the class to share with you. I might not be able to do that again because of my time. All right. So this is my table view. When I click my table view, I can check any of the table. So let me quickly explain a few things to us. Although I mentioned it the last class, but then so that we can have a proper understanding. Now, I was talking about the concept of primary key and then the foreign key last week, and I had two good examples from people when they said a good example of a primary key when we're talking about relationship, when I talked about cardinality, when we have four major cardinality: one to many to one to one, and then many to many. All right. So those are the four types of cardinality, and then I'm going to be using this data to actually illustrate those cardinality, and then for us to understand the principles of primary key and then the foreign key. All right. So I said for every table, there is always a unique identifier which uniquely identifies that table from every other table. Just for instance, now, as a person now, something uniquely identify me. Absolutely, you want to believe with me that I am not the only Temidayo Paul Ayeni, right? But do you know that anywhere I put my email address, I can only be that email address, because once any other person tries to use that email address, the what's called the host name or the host service provider will say that this email address have been what have been used. All right. So that email address is the only unique identifier that pertains to me. So also my phone number. All right. If you have my phone number, except there is a breach in network connection or something, you will only dial my phone number and then you only get access to me. You cannot get access to any other person except I give the phone probably to someone to pick, or maybe the phone got missing and then I failed to retrieve the number, and after some time the number is resolved. All right. So if those issues were not there, my phone number is also a unique identifier. So that is, every table has a unique, that is, every entity has its own unique what? Identifier. So also this table, we're going to be looking at this table one after the other, and then we're going to see what uniquely identify them. Actor. Now, that server that we actually import from is talking about a movie, and it's talking about this is where I'm going to be seeing people who are movie lovers. Don't mind me, I am not one. So in case I'm asking some question that even me myself I don't know, you would understand that is because I don't know is what I'm asking, right? But I know some good movie lovers. By the time you hear Tom Cruise now, I know they say, "Wow, Tom Cruise, I'm that guy." Sam Neill, I think Tom Cruise is a bit familiar. Sam Neill, I'm not sure I know that. Jeff Goldblum, I'm not so sure. Jack Black, Adrian Brody, Andy Serkis, Brandon Routh, Kevin Spacey, Leonardo DiCaprio. Okay, I think I have heard that. So you don't have language. So if you don't have language, just go back as if you want to go back to your get data again. Once you get to your get data, and then go connect to your database again, then just speak only language and then come in. It will join the other. You don't have language role and studio. So whatever you don't have, get back to the database, spool it, and come back. For those of you saying the last class video is not on YouTube, I don't want to agree with you. I don't want to believe that is true. All right, so let's continue. So I'm trying as much as possible to stay less, to pay less attention to the comment, particularly what is not concerning what I am doing. How can somebody be asking what is happening, right? So those are the kind of person I'm not supposed to give response to, right? So okay. Oh, I will confirm that. So said it was taken down. So I will confirm. I will confirm. I will confirm. Wow. I will confirm. I will confirm. Please, it will be restored. It will be restored. All right, let's continue. Let's not get distracted. Now, look at this. So, this is actor table. Under the actor table, this table, like I said, this talks about movie and then different things about the movie. We want to see this is the actors in movies, this is the country where movies were made, right? This is the directors of movie, different directors made different movie. This is the film itself, all right? This is the film, this is movie title, like I said the other time. Now, this is where I will see people come out strong. Now, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I know so many people have watched that, have seen that. Catwoman, Die Hard, Last Action, X2, XXX, Die Hard 2, Hellboy, Blade 2, Rush Hour, Leather Weapon, Hawk, X-Men, and all of that. The video is available now. Thank you, Fadeon Adelola. Now, he said the video is available, so please. All right, so this is the film data. Now let's go to genre. Under genre, so different kind of genre that the movie has. Then the language, what language was the movie made, right? So this is like we have about 15 languages. So the roles, let's see different roles in the movie. These are different roles in the movie. Then the studio, this is the studio where the movies was shot or were shot. All right. All right. So now, getting back to this actor, you will discover that there is a unique identifier on this actor, and the unique identifier here is what? Actor ID. Now, no two person can carry the same actor ID. For instance, now Tom Cruise is one. There is no actor else. There is no other actor that can have that actor ID as one. So that means that is the unique identifier. They are old movies. Thank you for saying it. Olarewaju Okiri. They are old movies. I agree with you. Like I said, they are old movies. New movie is out 4 minutes. Oh, let me not pay attention. They are just but then pay attention if you want to get what we are doing in this class. All right, leave whether the movies are old or not. So this unique identifier for this particular what actor table is the actor ID. Are there other things on this actor table that we can also make reference to maybe at a later time? All right. So this actor table has the full name of all the actors. All right. So for instance, the actor 55, the actor with the ID 55 is Jerry Seinfeld, right? Jerry Seinfeld. Now, this Jerry Seinfeld, if we look at other table, are we going to see him there? So let's continue. That is what we are looking at. All right. So that's actors table. Let's look at another table, country. Now, under country table, what we see here is what? The unique identifier for each country is what? Country ID. Now, somebody will remember the concept of merging. Do you remember merging now? Do you know that this country is not included in the actor? All right. But Let me see. Is there a way I can spool any of these from any of this table to join any of the table? Is there a way I can get anything from one of the table so that we can bring them together? If you're asking for this data, it's either you are not in the last class or you have not done anything between last class and today. So please don't use that to distract other people who are paying attention. All right. So this class, as we had this class last week, and then the credentials was shared. So, and I expect by now that even if you don't have it that same day, you should have reached out so that people can share with you. So coming to class today and asking for these credentials is late. So please stop asking. So this is country. We have country ID. So every country have their own ID as well. Can you see? Can you see now? Let's see Nigeria's ID. Nigeria's country ID is what? 571. 571. Now let's look at director. This is director. Director have their own ID as well. All right. Okay. So now let's see something that is close. Director ID has first name, family name, full name, date of birth, date of death. I suppose it. This is DOD, which is supposed to write date of death, then gender, male and female. All right. So director, director table has full name, actor table has full name. All right. So is it possible that from director table we get director ID for actor full name, particularly if all the actors are directors. But if all the actors are not directors, so you know that you might not get them. Do you understand what I'm trying to explain now? Okay, location table. Do I not have location? Okay, let me bring in location table. All right, you see what I'm doing now? So I'm trying to pull because I needed something again from that my data. So I'm going to spool it again, get what I need, and bring it in. Location. Is there location? Yes. All right. So let me load it. Now you see what happens now. Fantastic. Now, location has been added to my table. Can you see now? Location has been added to my table. So we have film. Let's check film. So under film, look at this. Film has a film ID. Film has title. It has release date, director ID. Can you see? Now, listen, pay careful attention. Under the film table, we have the film ID, which is what? The film ID here is our what? Can somebody tell me? The film ID here under the film table is what? I need someone to respond. Primary key. Thank you, Aziz Ibrahim. Oh, somebody even say PK. Okay. Unique identifier. That's the primary key. All right. But then do you notice that on this same table, we have director ID, we have studio ID, we have country ID, we have language ID, we have genre ID, we have what else? Certificate ID. How do you think we were able to achieve all of this? Somebody saying foreign key. How do you think we're able to achieve this? Yes, anybody? I want to know the people that are following me in this class. By joining. Thank you, Jonathan. By merging. Yes, if you say joining, so joining by which of their product is merging. So by merging. So that was what typically what they did. All right. So if that was what they did, so it's so good to say that if peradventure this was not done or you did not see this, that means it's something you can actually do yourself. I mean, you can bring in any column that you need to use on this film table by using your what? Your primary key. Now, looking at this table now, I have country ID, language ID, genre ID. On this film table, they are called what? Can somebody tell me? Foreign key, FK. Adebisi knows a film. Foreign key, thank you. Somebody says secondary key, okay? Foreign key. Foreign key because they are also primary key on their own main table, but secondary on another table of emphasis. So that is the concept of primary key and foreign key. And don't forget, I tell you that for you to merge, you need these keys to be in correct position from the table that you needed them to be used. Do you remember I mentioned that? All right. So let's continue. So this is the concept of what? Primary and foreign key. Do we all understand the primary and foreign key now? Now, on this film is where we have quite a number of things. For instance, now, film 56, film ID say film 56. But then, do you know that under film 56, the title of film 56 is what? Mr. and Mrs. Smith. And the director of Mr. and Mrs. Smith is who? Is 52 under director table. So if I come to director table and then I search for 52, that is what? Doug Liman. Doug Liman. But you know that I don't have Doug Liman's name on the film table. Do you notice? I only have the ID. So, for instance, oh wow, Patience Bakari said, I finally understand the keys. Fantastic. Good stuffs. They are very cheap, actually. They are very easy just for you to understand the concept. And then you'll be able to apply it. Even when you see any question around it, you'll be able to apply it. All right. So now, for instance, now, if I ask you, let me ask you guys questions. So let me see the first person that is going to drop it, and then maybe I'm going to promise that person a bowl of chicken, maybe from KFC, or maybe ice cream. Who is the director of the Expendables? The Expendables. The Expendables. I'm waiting for the first person that will type it. Yes, 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 yes. Hey, Bamidele Ogunsoya. I have a winner already. Bamidele Ogunsoya got it correctly. Sylvester Stallion. Somebody says Simon West. No. Peace, Emuje. You only type Sylvester. Okay, let me see. Yes, Sylvester Stallion. I want to be sure people have gotten this idea. All right, let me ask another one so that I am sure that people already got this. So, who is the director of Man of Steel? Man of Steel. Yes, 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 yes. Some people are still commenting from the last one that I spoke about. Man of Steel is who? Syndrel Zach J. Okay. 76. 76 is who? Zach Cinder. If your answer is not Zach Cinder, you are not correct. Fantastic. You guys are already getting what we are talking about here. So Adebisi, you know what, you made a mistake, so you should check properly. All right. So for everyone that have Ajayi Divine, you are my first responder here, Zach Cinder. So that is what? That is how relationship works. So are you understanding that now? So that is the basic concept of relationship. Now, let's go to the modeling part. Now, for us to model, it is first to be able to show that every table is interconnected and that this connectivity is done by the usage of this primary and foreign key. All right. So that is what we have established. Now we want to go to the next part, which is our modeling now. So if you come to this, I believe we are everybody has gotten that concept of so if I check studio, so these are the studio where the movies are made. Okay, let me ask one more question. Let's see who will get this. Mr. and Mrs. Smith was done in which studio? Mr. and Mrs. Smith was recorded in which studio? Yes, 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 yes. You guys are putting number. Okay. Oh. While I'm waiting for Regency, thank you, Adeyoyenu. Thank you, Regency Enterprise. You guys did well. You guys are putting number Regency Enterprise. So I think I can move on. I believe people have gotten this concept clearly. All right, so let's go to the next one, which is our model view. So now we want to look at the model. So we have at least what you saw earlier was relationship, right? The relationship that exists. That is the what's it called now? What do we call it now? The relationship that exists between tables, and then you see those. So now under this modeling is where you will see the interconnectivity between those tables. Now, if you click on this your model view, can you see where I am? Model view. Under my model view here, you will see different tables. Scroll to the left and to the right, scroll up and down. Did you notice something there? What did you notice? You notice different tables connected together. Is that correct? Okay, how about fact tables? Thank you, Rupert Kingsley. Thank you. So we have fact table and dimension table. So what is a fact table? Now, a fact table is basically the table that shows the the basic or the general details of the table. For instance, now, if you notice, the film table has the primary key plus some other tables, like some other identifier from other tables, which is the secondary or the foreign identifier. So that's, for instance, the film table is a fact table. The field table in that regard is a fact table. So fact table carries or shows the connectivity, shows the major things, how to measure, yes, the measure of the what's it called now, of the relationship that exists between different tables. Do you understand? So that is a fact table. So and then you have your dimension table. Dimension table is just the table that shows maybe the values for each table. Each table. Let's say, for instance, now I think we have a language table. Language table just talk about the language. So that's the dimension table. Does that make sense now? That person that asked. Yes, Olusoji said the tables are connected. Location is not connected. Let's check. Let me see. Location is not connected to any table. All right. Is that the only table that is not connected? Yes, I think so. So that means we might not actually need the location table here. So all you can just do, come to this three dots here, delete from model. Because for every table you are bringing into the model, your model size is increasing. And then for you to have a good what do we call it now, performance from your model, you must be sure your model is not overloaded with different tables that you are not using. So since we are not going to be using this table for now, let's take it out. So I have removed it. Row table, who said row table is not connected? See my row table. My row table is connected to the film table and also connected to actor table. Please just give me a moment. All right. So now, please, guys, pay attention. You see, the funnest thing is if you get this thing once, you have gotten it. For in fact, even if you see it in exam or anywhere, you will understand what it means. Is there any situation that one will need to connect this table manually? What do you mean by connect the table manually? You mean the relationship that exists between them? If that is what you mean, I think you should just pay attention and then don't run above or beyond your facilitator in this regard, if that is what you mean, anyways. So now listen, Power BI by default is a smart tool, an intelligence tool, and it understands the relationship that exists between tables. If you notice, the film table is standing at the center and is connected to several tables. Can somebody tell me why this is so? Can somebody tell me why this is so? The relationship can be done manually. I'm going to show you how to do it. So just pay attention. Yes, yes, yes. I asked a question just now. Can somebody tell me why film table is a fact table? Yes. Can you break it down? Can you break it down? Because it contains the other table's primary key. Fantastic. Victor Adesoye. Fantastic. Because it contains, and it says it's a chief table. Wow. It has the attribute of other table in it. So it is by that extending to it. Now, how many of us notice this? Did you see this one? And then after this one, you see something that look like star. Now, this is cardinality. And that cardinality you are seeing here is, I told us we have four major cardinality, right? We have one to many. So if you see one to that star, it is showing that one to many. And what does it mean? It means that one director can actually produce many films. That is why you have one to many relationship, right? So many films can also be produced by just one director. Let me also move to another table and show you. That is, look at this country and film. So that means one country can produce many films. Did you understand? So I need somebody to tell me at the comment section the relationship that exists between the role and the film. The role and the film. Yes, 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 yes. Anybody? I need you to tell me exactly. Don't just give me because It's not one to many. That's not what I want to hear. You saw the way I was. If this is the way I was saying it, are you guys going to understand it? I need you to tell me what exists. It's not just one to many, many to one. What happens? Samuel Esther Bukola say it means a film has many roles. A film has many roles. Thank you very much. That is what I want to hear. A film has or many roles can be performed by just or can be seen in just one movie. Fantastic. One actor can play more than a role in another movie. So you guys understand what we are trying to say in that regard. Now, someone asked the other time that, like I told you, sorry, earlier, Power BI is smart enough to detect relationship that exists between table. Now, in the situation where maybe you now need to create one, at that point in time, what you now need to do is you must ensure that the table you need to create has what it takes to have that relationship. Now, let me take for instance, can I delete the relationship that exists between tables? Yes. For instance, now, this director and film, if you come to this, can you see this? If you right click on this, right click on that link that exists between and then click delete. It will ask you, did you want to delete the relationship? Say yes. If you say yes, now there is no relationship again between what? There is no relationship between the film and director. That means we have removed it. So can we manually put it back? The answer is yes. Don't forget, I said for you to have, you remember when we are merging, you must use the same entity on the two table for you to merge correctly. You remember, right? So on this director and film table, what are we going to use to get the relationship? On this director, I have director ID, and on the film table, I also have director ID. Did you understand? So if I come here and I click, okay, let me just give you, just click on the director ID, click and drag, and drop it on the corresponding director ID on the new table. Did you see this? Now, anybody that remember what we did during merging class, you know that this was the same thing we had. Fantastic. Thank you, Stephen. Look at this. Director ID is also showing director ID here. So that means the director ID that I have here on this director table, I can actually trace them on this box table. And I think some of you can just try it out. Maybe when you are working on your own, you can request for the credentials of the, what's it called, of the database anytime. All right. You can get the director name to be on the film table. It's possible. Just use your merge column, right? Just merge on the film table. What you are going to do is you are going to merge, you are not going to merge as new query, right? You merge on the same film table, and you will use your what? Director ID as the primary key, and then you can now spool out the what? The director name instead of the ID. So that means you have director ID in front of it, you now have the director name. So that is very possible. The director is now a foreign key on the film column, right? Exactly. So now this is the cardinality. Cardinality is showing here that we have what? One to many. So one to many means that one director can act or can direct, I mean, permit me, many movies. Makes me understand what I teach students in a better way. Thank you, Tomi Alabi. I like that. Wow. So maybe Toby teaches maybe computer or something. Wow, I like that. We are getting to learn more from ourselves. Wow, that's good. This is a real practical of data modeling in the data processing subject. Thank you, Toby. Thank you. That was fantastic. I like that we are having good time together on this call. All right, good. Let's move on. Oh my God, I think it's break time already. Let me check if there is a signal for the break yet. If not, we can continue. Right? How many of us want to go for break, or we should continue the class? Thank you, Hilary. Let's continue. Everybody saying let's continue. All right. Okay. All right. Let me be sure we have the attendance link up. Once it is up, we'll just go for maybe 5 minutes break and then we'll come back so that we can cover a lot of ground. We still have quite a number of things to do actually. All right, we'll go for break once we are sure the link for the attendance has been dropped. All right. So, all right. So during the break, please, for those of us that you don't have access to the data, quickly ask so that you can get it. Now, we have done this about the relationship, right? So let me save it, and then I have been able to create or show us manually how to create. For that person, can you see now? Is now back now. For that person that asked that, can we manually create relationship? Yes, and that is what we have just done successfully. Does that make sense? Very instructive. Thank you, Ade Jimmy Emmanuel. Thank you. All right. I just got a signal that it's time for us to go for break. Attendance link is available. All right. Let's go for break. We'll come back by 8:10. Let's go for break. Come back by 8:10. Thank you. All right, let's come back. Let's come back. Yes, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. So I want to believe everybody got it to the point where we went for break, right? So everybody should be back now. Everybody should be back now because the next thing we want to do now will take us a bit further. How can I see my table after saving it? How can you see your table after saving it? When you save your work, it will be somewhere here. You see this data pane? Under this data pane. My screen, please, I need my screen up. Just a moment, please. I'm waiting for the screen to be up so that I can show us what I'm saying. All right. So, all right, my screen is back now. So you can confirm that you can see my screen now. All right. So now, if you look at this, for the person that was saying that cannot, where will you see your data? If you look at this, if you look at this corner here, you have your data, your tables here, they will all be here, somewhere here, if you have loaded them on your BI environment anyways. So now let's get back to our report view. You know, I told us, I said, three things we're going to be doing, looking at together tonight, and then at least in the remaining part of this week, we're going to be data modeling relationships, and then DAX. Next week, we're going to be DAX function. I mean, let's just say next week. Next class, DAX functions. We're going to start the DAX, a part of it tonight. Then we'll look at DAX and then visuals. We'll do a part of it also tonight. All right. So now this is my canvas where my report is. You can ask you also in the exam, I say the report, the stage where your report is presented when you are creating the Power BI report is called what? Canvas. All right. So that's just a subtle. I'm giving you guys OTs already. You guys, if you pay careful attention in class, trust me, I don't think you should have issues with your exam. If you pay careful attention, I don't think you should have issues with the exam. AOC, yes, now I'm giving you guys AOC. Now, let's look at this. Here is where, if I need to pull up any report, visualization, this is where it will be. So I think I've explained this. I'm explaining this already. I've explained table view. I've explained this model view. So for this DAX is not where you need to actually work now at the introductory level. Maybe when you get to the intermediate level, it will be something you need to probably go through. So let's get back to our report view. Now, in my report view, let me just bring out any chart here. All right. So I have a chart. All right. I have a chart here, and under this chart, I want to see. So when you click on add data here, or if you don't click, if you are not clicking on add data here, you can just click out and then come to film. Under there is a drop down beside this film here. So when you click on this film, so let's look at what do we need to check now? Box office dollar. Okay, box office dollar is the money made, right? Um, Money made against what? So I click and drag my box office dollar to my what? To my x-axis, right? That's the sum of money. And then against, let's see, language. Do I have language? Yes, language. Language. Is it language? Should I use language here? So there's something I want to show us. Okay, it can't be this. So what I want to see is I want to see the total money made on each films. Yes, let's use film. Money made on each films. Money made, then film. No, this won't go. I need something that is more close. Hmm. Just a moment. So money made in can I check January? No. I'm still looking for there's something I'm looking for here. Country. No. Just a moment. Just a moment, please. All right. Let me see. Let me see. YX. This is money made. Then studio. Under the studio. Let's have yes. This is what I want to see. Now look at what I have here. So don't worry. You can have as many visuals. You can have as many visuals actually. So I am only just looking for there's something I wanted to do. That's why I'm trying to get a particular image because there's something I need to show us right now. And that is why I was looking for something like this in my visual. Now, so what I did is um, the box office dollar, that is the sum of money made by each studio. by each studio. So it was by default selecting the studio ID. But what I wanted is by each studio. So by my own visual here, the studio that has the highest revenue here is Marvel Entertainment. Marvel Entertainment. So Marvel Entertainment has the highest what revenue made. But now look at it. But you realize that there is a relationship between box office dollar, that is film, and studio. Look at this. Let me go back to my relationship. Film, this is film, right? This is film table. Where is my this is studio table? Let me right click on this and delete this relationship that exists. I have deleted the relationship that exists between them. Are you guys following? Now let me go back to my visuals. Look at what happened. Did you see what I have now? So what this means is that anytime you have a visual that shows or that looks like this, or probably in your exam you have a demo or a table that looks like this, and they tell you that what could be wrong with this, something is wrong. And what is wrong is simple. The relationship that exists between the two tables that you are using has been tampered with. So how do we resolve this? Just go back and pull up the relationship that exists between what? The film and the studio. The film and the studio. So I go back to this, come to what? The film and the studio. How would I do? Can somebody tell me how I would do the relationship between the film and the studio? Somebody? Somebody tell me. Somebody help me. Drag studio ID. So I'll bring the studio ID from first part to meet the other, right? So this is my studio ID here. This is my studio ID here. So I click and drag and I drop here. Then I'll save the relationship. All right. You guys are ready for the project with the way you guys are commenting. I'm sure you guys are ready for the project. All right. So once we have this, let's get back to see. Can you see what we have now? Did you understand now? Now, let's do another. This is visualization. Now we are beginning to visualize. All right. Can we also check what is the count of total number of movies that we have? The count of total number of movies. Everybody has a Marvin Entertainment. So if you're having another thing as your highest movie from your side, Stewards makes the highest revenue, right? Okay, maybe you should check very well to be sure you're having what we are having. So now I want to do a count to even know how many movie was made. How many movie was made. All right. So let me come to now here. This is my visualization pane. This is called what? Visualization pane. And under this visualization pane, you can make use of as many visuals as possible, as long as you know what they are doing. Now, in this class, I cannot promise you that we explore all the visuals because of time, right? But I would advise, of course, this is the introductory class. You will do yourself good if you get more knowledge by checking more material, even right? Looking at different content. If you need to learn more, maybe go for intermediate level, maybe do some other thing. Now, whatever you are learning now is free. Some of you, all you just need to do is also to pay maybe some money, maybe then to learn more so that you can get to the advanced level. But what we are doing is to ensure at least what can secure you your entry level access, and then you are able to say that at least you can do something. Now, let's look at it. So look at this. Under this visualization pane here, I have this one, two, three. There's this one, two, three above R. Above R. What so all this you have here, they are bar chart, start bar chart, column bar chart, and all of that. This is what? Funnel chart. This is scatter chart. This is pie chart. This is donut chart. This is table, multi-row card. This is a map. I hope you are able to use map in this class. Well, if not, go and check how to use map. This is ArcGIS. This is gauge. This is card. Card, we're going to be using card now. This is a slicer. This slicer, we're going to be using it. Now, this table and matrix. Now, you must understand the difference between table and matrix. All right. So when you have matrix, matrix will accumulate. Matrix is just like summarizing your table. That's matrix. All right. All right, so if you're asking for how you can take a further class, we have some other platforms that we can recommend. So we have some other platforms that we can recommend, and then you should be getting maybe mails from us in case you need to go for more knowledge about your trainings. So when you hear from us, you will hear some maybe platforms where you can learn more about maybe intermediate level and all of that. All right. So now let's pick this card. Oh, sorry. Now, did you notice what I just have now? Can somebody notice what I just had now? How many people can see what I have? Can you type what I have on my screen now? Anybody? Are you saying nobody can see? 254 billion. So this, when I bring up the card, what the card does is that it sum up the values in that. So he's saying that for the entire movie, what was made was what? 254 billion. Can I confirm this? Let me confirm this. Let me return this what's it called now? Chart. Let me look for a way to confirm it. How can I confirm it? There is another, what's it called now? Did you see this Q and A? Did you see Python Visual PY in front of PY? One, two, three, four. The fourth one, it has Q and A. Bring up your Q and A. Q and A is an AI generated what's it called now? Dialog box that enables you to ask your data question. All right. So now what do I want to check? I want to say the of sum total for the box office dollar. You must put something related to what. Did you see what I have? Did you see what I have here now? Now, I just type sum of box office dollar. Now it's giving me what? 253, whatever. Now, let me show you something very quickly. There are two ways by which you can edit this. You can edit this in your table view, and you can also edit it even in your what? In your relationship. Let me come back to my model here. Then where is that? My data, then box office dollar. Let me bring out the properties. Then film, box office dollar. Then the property here is what? Under the property, I said data type is what? Is whole number, and then format is what? Is currency. I put format is currency and data type is whole number. Let me get back to my view. Did you see what I have? I have 254 million, whatever, whatever. Now, but then that's not what I wanted. Let me go back and change it to something. Thousand separator, yes. Percentage formatter, no. Fixed decimal. Now, did you see what I have now? So if I said, if I want to put it as, let me not, I want it to be in whole number. Since it's box office dollars, it should not be in naira. Let's leave it at a dollar. Now we have dollars now. So this is $253. So if you want to round it up, this is money we are talking about here. You must be careful when you are rounding up money so that you will not account for what you don't know anything about. All right. But then let's come back to this our report. Under this our report, if you put, what I said is I said sum of box office dollar. Box office dollar, there's something we call synonyms. There's something we call synonyms. Yours shows decimal place as 0. Yes. There's something we call synonyms. Synonyms is, what does box office dollar means? Box office dollars can mean revenue, can mean return, can mean profit, can mean what other thing now? Can mean what is returns? ROI can mean what other words in the maybe in our dialect can mean èrè, right? Maybe èrè or something. In Igbo, in a different language. Let me see at the comment section because I want to do something with it right now. Elizabeth, I guess you are just coming from the back. That's why you're commenting primary key. Gain, okay. Profit, okay. Now, but then if I type here, okay, let me just leave this here so that we can make a check at it. Let me take this out. Let me put another one, question and answer. Let me bring it up. If I type here, I said revenue, we can have income, yes, profit. Or it says some profit or revenue. Did you see anything there? Ojú owó, confirm. My screen is not up, okay. Lydia Obong, are you watching from behind? Now, if I say some profit, he's not bringing out anything because he did not understand what I mean. But, or let me say some gain. He still did not recognize what it means, right? Uru, I like that. Uru. Now, I'm going to do something with this Uru now. Since that is Eni. Eni is like addition or reminder. What do they call Eni? Eni is income, all right? So let me come back to my model view. Under my model view, did you see these synonyms? Did you see these synonyms here? Under these synonyms, I am saying that anywhere you see this name, box office dollar, put anything there. Just put comma and type whatever you want to have. Uru. Somebody said uru the other time. I hope my pronunciation is correct. Okay, I see another one. Reba in Hausa. Oh, fantastic. I'm going to use that as well. Reba. All right. So let's put revenue. Um, what's that Yoruba from? I think somebody put one the other time. Ojuowo. Ojuowo is the exact. Area. Let me use area. Area. So let me use gain and all of that. So let's assume these are all I want to use here, right? And then I have added this to my properties, right? Let me come back to my visual, my report here. Here now, I can now type some Uru. Did you see Uru? It's bringing out Uruguay. But did you see some Uru as my cell intelligence? Yes, I clicked it. Did you see what I have? Etene in Idoma. Wow, fantastic. Yeah, edit it and put Etene there. Edit it. But I have been able to at least use Uru now, and I have my answers. Is Riba not Ribasa? I don't know. It's between me and you. The person that dropped Riba knows what it means, but me and you know Riba means another thing. Yes, how many people have tried it? This is smart. Thank you. Inyene Udeokong. Yeah, that is synonyms. So this is what you do to make your work very, very flexible. So that you don't get to forget something along the line while you are working and then it's not looking like how can you and then you are looking for that column. You don't know what that column means. So but then when you remember anything around that column, you just bring it up because you have created a synonyms for it, and then it's a smart app. Yeah. So I hope we are good with this. So this is a bit of what visualization, right? What other visualization? We have so many visualization we can do actually. All right. On we can count. Let me also do a count of all the movies that we have. Film under film ID. Now, did you see this? Just click it and then it's showing us that we have how many movies. So Mr. Femi kept exclaiming that Power BI was easier. I get now. Now, did you see now? So we have a total of 1,200 movies. Now, let me take us into a bit of analysis expression. That's DAX. So here, if you need to add more pages, you can add more pages. So let me, okay. So let's go back to, let's do a bit of, what's it called now? Analysis expression, so that we can begin to wrap up. Now we have some minutes to go on this call. Now look at this. Under my box office dollars, this is budget dollars, right? Budget dollars, box office dollars, and we have Oscar nominations, Oscar wins. So that means some of this your movie you were rating as very, very, very high super movie. You not even get nomination, not to talk of winning, right? Now, let me quickly show us something. We are coming back to this. How can you create a table from a table? A table from it. I was explaining something to us last week. Look at this release date. I want to break this release date. I want to break it down. I want to break it down. How would I do this? Now, there are two ways I can do this. Come to your home and then come to your transform data. You remember transforming data? Can somebody remind me? Anytime we are transforming your data, what are you doing? Can somebody tell me? Anytime you are transforming your data, what are you doing? Cleaning, yes. Thank you, Agbafa Dantobi. You are taking the data to the mechanic workshop. Confirm. Those are the guys following me. So let's get back to the workshop. We are here, people that are with me. Now we are at the workshop. This film table, I want to use just the date. Just this date alone is all I need on it. Just this date. You know what I'll do? I'll just come here. I'll right click. I will duplicate the film table. Now I have film 2, right? I have film 2. So let me rename this as date table. I just need to quickly explain something here. Pay attention. I just need to quickly explain something here because we are beginning to enter that and then what other parts now and visualization. Now, but then under this date table, the only thing I need here is what? Release date. Every other thing here, I don't need them. So what would I do? I'll just click on film ID, control, title, then I'll say what? Delete, remove columns, right? Then I'll go to director ID. Let me leave one so that I can make reference to it. Film ID. Let me leave film ID. Let me delete from ID, from title. In case I need it to make reference by relationship. And in case it does not have, you can create it back. You know you can create your relationship yourself. Director ID. Or so what I'll just do is this. Let me just select only release date. Only release date and film ID. Then I'll click what? Remove other columns. So it has removed other columns, release, leaving only what? Film ID and release date. Do you understand now? So this is the best way for you to extract a table from a table. So that's what I just did. Now, from this date table now, there are so many things we can actually do with it. Pay attention. So now I have here, if you observe, I have day, month, year, and time. If I want to split, listen carefully. If I want to split this table now, this date table now into date and time, there is a way I can split it, right? Can somebody tell me a delimiter that is so common, to all the dates that I have here, the release date. There is a delimiter that is so common to it. Somebody. Oh, Winifred Obi, I just saw that. Fantastic. That's what I did eventually. Yes, click on release date and then remove other table. Yes, space. Adeleye, thank you. Space. Fantastic. So if I need to split this, I can just use my delimiter as what? Space. So now, listen carefully. Again, I say, I've said this at the last class. If you are creating a new column from a column, what you use is your add column menu. Whatever you want to do, you will do it from your add column menu, right? But if you want that particular table to change here, the column rather to change here, you can do whatever you want to do under your transform column. So I want to add column here so that I can have some new extract from here. So let me see. I want to see the start of year from this table. Start of year. Then I click and then see what I have. I have a new date here. Start of year for June 11th of June is what? January 1, 1993. That's the start of year. From here, I want to see the end of the year. I come to date, end of the year. Can you see? Now, under this one now, I want to split it and remove, all of this you know now, right? You remember you have done this before now. So I want to, let me see. And I can actually create a custom column for it too. This is end of the year. Let me see. I want to see the day. This 11th, 6th, 11th June. What day of the year is this 11th June? What day? I'll come to my date. Then I will look for what? The day of the week. Which is day 5, right? So let me now look for what that day 5 is. Start of the week. Yes. No, now this is not what I want to see. Start of that week will show me that 5. That 5 is a day of the week. So I want to see what that 5 means. Um, I'm coming. I'm looking for days. Day of the weekday. Okay. No, not 30. So I'm coming. There's something I'm looking for actually. Name of the day. Okay. Is there name of the day there? Day. The day of the week will be 6th. The day. Name of the month will be June. All right. So this is name of the month is June. All right. Can you see now? Name of the month name is June. So you know that's a 11/6. 11/6. So month name, day name. Let me look for day name now. This is how to name of the month. This is how to actually create data from your table. No, 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 no. No, this is not what I need. I'll get it. I'll get it. I just need to. Why is this thing not? I feel it's not showing me some things. So I'm not able to see. It's not showing me something. Day of the week. There's something after day of the week. If you can see it on your own, can you see? My own screen is not showing me the full. So by the time you see it, you can see it in your own, right? Just click it. Yes, it's not scrolling. I don't know why it's not scrolling. It's not scrolling. I don't know why it's not scrolling. I know there's something I'm looking for. So we can also see the age of that movie because of the release date. Right? You remember this now? You need to convert this to what? Convert this to year and then round it down because it's year. So it's 32 years. Yes, I think it's my BI resolution. Don't worry. Now I'm happy at least you understand what I'm looking for. So that's 32 years. Did you see that? Round down. So I can remove this. So the movie, this is the year of the, in case you are asked, because they only give you release date, how many years as those movies spent? This is the way you can actually track the year of the movies. So most of those movies. Okay, somebody said I should use my keyboard. Let me try it. All right. Uh-huh. So this is what I'm looking for. Thank you. I think who was that person that said I should use my Frank? Yes, thank you. I just did, and this is what I'm looking for. Can you see the days now? So this is how it looks. This is how it looks. I think I should just attempt or to answer questions now so that when we come next class, what I will do is I will come with a data. I will before that time I will share another data with us. We'll do a walkthrough of that data from analyzing the data to visualization, and then we'll do a walkthrough with what's it called now? With analysis, expression, relationship, and all of that. So we'll do that between next class and the last class, which is on Thursday. So Wednesday and Thursday, when we come, we will have that. Yes. So Any question from the comment section? Thank you, Femi, for helping me to share the attendance link. Okay, that will do better. So I'll come with another data. That data I will share it on our platform before the class. And thank you so much, Koyun. Thank you. You know, I'm getting used to some names on this class group already. Koyun, you did not share with us Salami too. Why now? Thank you so much, Adebisi. Thank you, Akinteji. Thank you, Adetutu. Thank you. Yes, any question, any question, any question. It is the Q and A internet enabled. Yes, it is AI enabled. So if your system is not connected, you might not get answer. In fact, some of the visualizations there are that visualization pane. Some of them are AI and then they are internet enabled. Na Nigeria. Okay. All right. Why are some people getting the data before class and others are not? Well, if you have been following this class, you will know that nobody is getting data before others. The data will either be shared on the LMS and then it will also be shared on the community. So if you are not on any of the two, I'm sorry, you might not get the data before others. So the people you are talking as others will definitely get the data on either of these two platforms. And this particular one, I shared it. In fact, Femi helped me share it last week on this call while the call was up. So for those that were around, they got it in real time, and I was told that it's been shared also on the what's it called on our community group. Yes, you might need to be connected to the internet to do a lot of things. Yes, Bamdele Ogusoya, you are waiting for your KFC bowl of chicken. All right. How can you return home from where you are currently? You were stopped here. You don't need to be my brother or my sister. This is all you just need to do. So whenever you are done with what you are doing like this, um, I don't know why my view is hiding some things. Here you will see transform view home. Go home. Under home, you will see close and apply. Once you see close and apply, it will take you back home and then make sure you save your work. So you might want to save your work at this point. You might want to save your work at this point. Guys, please do close and apply and then save your work. Thank you so much, Bolanle Oshadare. You need time to read. Those of us that are working because of our tight schedule. Don't worry, you will have time to read. Your exam is the whole of next week, and it's just one day you are using to write the exam now. It's just you are writing the exam in just how many, less than maybe 1 hour out of the whole of next week. So you have three things to do that next week. You have your project to work, you have to read, you have the exam to take. So you can decide to take the exam maybe after 3 days. So it's not a must that the exam you have more time to take the exam actually. Dear instructor, I asked last week that what is the determinant to know which of the analytic tools to be used analyzing data set which you are unable to answer. I was unable to answer, all right? If you think I was unable to answer, so I think that is it. If you think I was unable to answer, maybe that is it. Yes, Copilot is available for those of you that have Microsoft account. What happened to the portfolio writing? So you keep my email address. No, I might not share my email address. You can just reach out. You can just check out probably for me on LinkedIn. We can talk via LinkedIn. If after LinkedIn we need to talk better, we can take it from there. So if you need to know, let me just leave the person. Let the person keep sending the same messages and flogging, thinking that will get my attention. If I'm not ready to answer it, I won't answer it. What area will the exam cover? The exam will cover every area you have been taught. My LinkedIn is my name. You see my name at the entrance of the on the this thing now. All right, I think it's good time for us to call it a night. Thank you, everyone. Let's have a wonderful evening. We meet on what's it called now? On Thursday, on Wednesday or Wednesday. All right. So for the person that was asking about which particular visual to use. So if you are working on any project, you will get a document for what project you are working on. And based on what you want to see will determine the visuals you want to see. For instance, now, if I need to check the trend of a particular product, there is a particular visual I need to check trend. Thank you.